I think it's incredibly important for people to believe in what we're trying to do, and the One Acres gift has been a tremendously well received benefit to our program, to our campus. And certainly you look for people who believe in your program to give money for others to follow suit. But I think for us, really, we've got to focus on creating the Panther Athletic Club and the annual giving. Really look at creating a grassroots campaign starting this spring to really grow the membership and grow the dollars that come to help support scholarships, and then look to develop a facilities plan that's going to really give us the ability to go out and present a compelling story for people to invest in Georgia State athletics. I think the three priorities we have right now for Georgia State athletics, number one is about building relationships, and I've been incredibly impressed with especially the reception we've received on campus, as well as with the alumni in the fall season, and certainly look for that to continue as we build through the fall or through the winter and really into the spring. The second thing I think is really important for us is to develop an organizational structure that really defines who we want to be as an athletic department in the future, and that's something that we'll start working on here pretty quickly. And then finally, I think the biggest piece obviously is creating revenue. We've got to sell more tickets. We've got to get people involved in the Panther Athletic Club. Our corporate marketing efforts need to improve, and so if we can do that, I think we can have great success for all our teams and all our programs into the future. Turner Field is a legacy piece for Georgia State athletics. It's also a legacy piece for the university. It's transformational for our campus and one that's incredibly exciting for what we're trying to accomplish. It'll be several months before we really understand the scope of what the Braves movement means for the stadium, but it's one that every day we spend a little bit of time trying to figure out what can be with an amazing opportunity like the Turner Field project. Football is an incredibly important part of the athletic program at Georgia State. We're just getting started. And I was interested this past week. I've got an email from a national writer that said if you go back and look 30 years ago at the teams that were in the top 10 30 years ago and compare with the ones today, the records aren't even close. Who would have thought Oregon could do what Oregon can do? Who would have thought that some of the other schools can do what they're doing, Mississippi State, for example? So it's obviously something that we've got to build for. Nothing's gained overnight. It's a process for us, and we've got to grow. We've got an incredibly young roster, and it's going to take some time, but one that in years, combined with the ability to have our own facility, I think football will show great benefits to Georgia State. Part of the evaluation process being new is to look at the facilities that are currently under thoughts, and the football complex out at MLK is one of those projects. When it was originally designed, the concepts were designed, the Turner Field project wasn't envisioned, and so we have to look at not only the short-term needs but also our long-term needs when deciding what we're going to do. It's obvious that we need to put a weight room out at the MLK facility for the football program and other sports that use it throughout the year. The scope of that and what it really is going to become is something that we're going to focus on here in the next 2 months to hopefully by the end of the year have a plan in place for that. The crazy part about the first 2 months for me as I walk across campus, everybody I meet with, one of the first questions they bring up is how excited I am about the upcoming men's basketball season. And the great part about being around Coach Hunter and the guys is to realize that it's a great group of kids, and certainly kids that they know how to play the game of basketball, but I think more importantly they know how to handle themselves, and they're quality young guys. And so if things go right, it can be a special year for us. It's exciting about the anticipation. It's been said to me many times it's the most anticipated season for any Georgia State team in history, and so with that expectation, I think it's something that it's a time for all of us to be very excited.